Try this new high-protein, low-carb diet for your weight loss needs. If you're having health issues, maybe all you need to do is add more protein into your diet. These phrases have been popular in the healthcare system, but are they really true? Today, I would like to inform my audience on the dangers of too much protein while persuading them to make changes in their diets. I've gathered the information from credible sources, and I'm happy to share my bibliography with my audience upon request. In today's speech, I would like to share 3 main points. The first, consumption of protein is too high in U.S. American diets. The second, consumption of meat is too high in the United States. And third, the consumption of other foods can be adequate for your protein needs. Most Americans believe that they need more protein, which leads to my first main point. Consumption of protein is too high in the United States. Protein portions are too high in the U.S. from Huffington Post 2013. Americans eat 12 ounces of meat per day. This is almost 50% more than what the recommended daily amount is for a healthy diet. Adult women only need an average of 46 grams of protein a day, and men only need an average of 56 grams of protein a day. Americans are eating far more than what they need for a healthy diet. Too much protein can have negative effects. It isn't that more protein just enhances muscle growth. It does affect your body negatively. This is from Stokler 2013 and Fox News 2016. Too much protein can lead to toxic ketones, which then has effects of dehydration, fatigue, headaches, and even heart palpitations. It can also lead to high cholesterol, gout, and may strain your kidneys. Protein is often associated with meat, like this here, which leads to the second main point. Consumption of meat is too high in the United States. Meat can have a negative effect on health. This is from Oshel 2009 and Fox News 2012. Meat increases the chances of autoimmune disease within it to consumers, and meat is hard on the digestive system. Meat can contain dangerous growth hormones. This is from Oshel 2009. Hormones are injected into animals solely for the benefit of production. It just increases the rate of production so that companies can have more profit in the end. Other than that, hormones do not have a benefit. In fact, they can be very dangerous. This is a quote from Oshel. Most of the hormones are various growth hormones, which not only disrupt our own hormonal balances, which can lead to many different health conditions, but also have been theorized for the faster than normal onset of puberty and development of our children today. Various harmful drugs are used on animals that remain after processing. So it's not that these animals are being injected and then after they're killed and processed, these drugs and these hormones are removed. No, in fact, they're still in the animal system, and thus you are consuming those hormones yourself. And it's not just affecting us, it's affecting the children and causing them to reach puberty far too early. Meat can have a negative effect on the environment. This is from Oshel 2009 and Huffington Post 2013. Animal production affects land, water, and climate. Meat production leads to wasted natural resources like water and land. Animal production is responsible for about 15 to 18% of the world's climate change. And to put that in perspective, that's even more than all the world's transportation. In today's media, we hear a lot about transportation and buying efficient new cars that will benefit the climate. But even more than that, animal production is affecting the climate. A study in 2011 found eating less meat can double the world's food supply. Less water supplies are needed for plant production than animal production, and this is an important note to take. Meat is not the only source of protein, which leads to the third main point. Consumption of other foods besides meat can be adequate for protein. Consumption of fruit and vegetables is too low. This is from Gutierrez 2010. Meat consumption is 20% higher than recommended, while vegetable consumption is 20% too low, and fruit consumption is 60% too low. According to the USDA, the average U.S. consumer eats significantly too much meat and grain and not enough fruits and vegetables. Consumption of protein and items other than meat. Stopler 2013, Huffington Post 2013. This is from Stopler. Protein, while typically associated with meat consumption, can be found in a variety of other foods like nuts and seeds, milk products, tofu, eggs, dry beans, peas, grains, vegetables, and fruits all contain protein. Here are some equivalents to 1 ounce of meat that you can incorporate in your diet. Half a cup of quinoa, which is a grain similar to rice, is equivalent to 1 ounce of meat. Half a cup of almonds, 1/4 cup of black beans, as little as 1 tablespoon of peanut butter, and 2 ounces of tofu. And I know many people are not excited about exploring tofu, but there are many other options for getting protein within a plant-based diet. These simple changes can make it easy to replace meat in your diet. In summary, today I have informed my audience that protein consumption is too high in the U.S. as well as meat consumption. And finally, I've given you adequate protein replacements for meat. I challenge you to begin reducing meat consumption in your diet today by either replacing meat meals with fruit, nuts, and vegetables, or maybe as simple as establishing a meatless Monday in your home. Thank you.